Continuing on with the commercial floor system, and what you'll notice is that I've got all the labeling done on here. I'm going to flip my page now to the next one, and you're going to see that I glued in this picture, cut it out and glued it in, and I've labeled it. I'd like you to do the same thing in your engineering notebook, please. And when you're done with that, what you can do is glue in this table that we used a few minutes ago on the next page, whether it's the a flipped page or the right-hand page, whatever. So I'll let you get that done uh, and labeled up right now. Okay, so I'm on this page right now, and we are taking a look at this chart again. This is just a little bit of review, really. We know from the problem that we have a 10-foot span. We know that from that picture. We know from the document that we have an applied load of 150 pounds per square feet. So we're going to go to where it says 10 feet here, and we're going to just trace down until we find 157. So I'm going to put a line right there. Then I'm going to circle this 157 right here. So we know that this line is the one that we want to use for all of the information that we're going to need to get. So we're going to pull this across to here, and we're going to see that our slab depth is this value right here, which is 4 inches. So I put 4 inches here. And then in the decking type, we have 18 right here. So that is 18 gauge. And that's the thickness of the metal decking that's going onto this thing. So that's this stuff right here. And our poured concrete is going to be 4 inches deep or thick. The wire mesh, by the way, that was also on our chart. That's the material that goes and is embedded inside of the concrete so that the concrete gets nice, hard, and very resistant to loads rating. Okay, so and there's the 18 gauge called out. Now, the one thing I wanted to explain to you here was where it says allowable unshored clear span. And that's what this set of numbers is right here. So that is the maximum length that we can have. And when they're talking about 1 span, 2 span, and 3 span, what they're referring to is between a structural member of the decking. So, in other words, one of these guys right here, you can have for 1 span, which would be, let's just say this is 1 span, 1 span, okay? You can have no shoring because this is allowable unshored clear span for 1 span of 7 feet 10 inches. Or, yeah, 7 feet 10. If you have 2 spans, so this goes 1, 2 spans, 2 span, okay? You're going to have this here. This is 1 span and 2 spans. That is going to be 10 feet 2 inches that you can have unshored. If you have 3 spans, so that's 1, 2, 3, okay? So 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3 spans. That's 2 spans right there. What that means is that you don't have to shore up if you have 3 spans. In other words, you've got some structural members here. So there's 1, 2, 3 pockets, and you don't have to do any shoring with it when you have that. So what this means is that if we have one span right here, the maximum distance that we can go without shoring is 7 feet 10 inches. Now remember, we have a 10-foot span, so this would require us, that 10-foot span would require us to do shoring. And shoring would go right in the middle of the span right here. And companies really don't want to do this because it's expensive. Now, we have 10 feet 2 if we have 2 spans of distance, and that is greater than our 10-foot distance, our 10-foot length. So that would be fine. We would want to have at least 2 spans because we have the structural member in here. And then 10 feet 6 with 3 is even better. So we don't need for 2 spans to do any shoring, or for 3 spans, we don't need to do any shoring.